Hey everyone, it's Clay Jenkinson. I'm in Jackson, Mississippi, and this is the home of Medgar Evers, who was a 37-year-old civil rights worker here in Jackson. For 8 years, he had been the Mississippi coordinator for the NAACP. He had investigated 9 unsolved murders of African Americans and a whole series of other crimes, intimidation of black protesters and so on. And he was coming home around midnight on June 12, 1963, when he was gunned down by a white supremacist who was carrying a stack of Jim Crow Must Go t-shirts. His name was Byron de la Beckwith. He shot him from 150 feet away, so just across the street, right at this spot. This is the first stop on my civil rights tour of Mississippi and Alabama, and also to a certain degree New Orleans. You know, John Steinbeck, in his Travels with Charlie trip in 1960, wanted to stop in New Orleans to see a protest of a young black child named Ruby Bridges being escorted into a school by federal marshals. And so he made his way there incognito, wearing a sailor's cap. What he saw was so offensive to him, language he had never heard before, vicious, loathsome racism, white people egging on these women called the cheerleaders, who were shouting the worst sort of epithets at the white people who were escorting Ruby Bridges into school. Steinbeck was so wounded by that, so appalled that such things could exist in the United States of America in 1963, that he effectively abandoned his journey and rushed back to New York City, stopping only to rest by the side of the road to keep going. I didn't want my trip to end this way. I'm about 5 days from the end of the John Steinbeck trip. I'm at about 18,000 miles now. I've been all over the country, and so I'm going to go to civil rights sites here in Jackson, then in Selma and Montgomery and Birmingham, so that I can, in some sense, compensate in my journey for the horrible things that he saw, and also to acknowledge the progress that we've made. This is now a national monument. It's very well kept and interpreted. It's really an honor and very moving to be in this modest neighborhood where this largely unremembered civil rights leader lived. So stay tuned. I'll be writing about this, but also posting short videos at all of the sites over the next 3 or 4 days. Follow along at ltamerica.org. Thank you.